60 seconds.
That's just
People,
lovely.
please
Who's got
don't
the
hit
duct
the
tape?
psych.
I never got the
Never mind,
memo.
just use the backup,
While
all
1
right?
degree actual temperature might not seem like that.
Oh my God, will you look at that
Thank you.
contestant?
Largely
Oh.
just a matter of...
In my day, we didn't
you know,
used to let
start
people that
letting
looked
go.
like that on a show.
Degree here, degree there.
Okay, let's move it out.
You know, you got in.
Hey, my name's Raul. I want to make sure you're in the right place. This is the game called You Don't Know Jack. How many people do we have playing?
While
Okay, you're a single player, is that right? Alrighty then. Could you type in your name, please?
a matter of...
One more thing. You looking for a 21-question game or more like a 7-question game? Thank you.
You know, you got in.
30 seconds.
You have the letter B as your buzzer. That's B as in bye-bye.
We might have a binary bitmap problem here.
20 seconds.
Hoo boy, look alive. When a question pops up, you gotta buzz in. Then you pick your answer on the screen and hit the right number on your keyboard. You follow me? It's so simple my mother could do it.
10 seconds.
Good luck.
9.
We're going here.
8.
Lose the
7,
desktop?
6.
Okay,
5,
go to black.
4.
Don't forget
3.
to try even slower
Stand
cooking
by, people.
Crotchpot. Cross the line of good taste into great taste.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
All right, welcome to You Don't Know Jack Movies. Just so you know, we are out of Raisinets, but the good news is we have plenty of goobers. I see you're doing your Han Solo impersonation there. Solo, get it? Yeah. All right, hit me.
I'm sorry, Dave. It's question 1.
For your enjoyment, cartoon faux pas. And you're playing for $3,000 cash money. All right, listen up. Suppose you've just moved to Toontown, home of Roger Rabbit, and you've invited some of your new neighbors over for a housewarming party. It's getting late, the guests are getting rowdy, and you wish they'd all just go home. What could you say to make the Toons flee your house in terror? Can I get anyone some Coke? I'm tossing pretzels in 5 minutes. Has everyone tried the dip? Or isn't this the best punch you've ever had? It would have been so beautiful if you'd only picked this. They wouldn't care for the dip. Dip was the name of the stuff used to erase cartoon characters in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Has everyone tried the dip? Boy, it's a good thing I didn't mention the salsa.
Okay, The category? A stock answer to a fashionable question. I'm giving out $3,000 for a right answer. All right, imagine you're ordering a collection of custom-tailored jackets made out of the same materials that have been used for film stock. Based on its level of flammability, which of these is the last type of film stock material you'd want to use for your smoking jacket? Polyester, nitrate, mylar, or acetate? Cellulose nitrate, the first film stock, was extremely flammable. Sadly, it was no longer in use when the Towering Inferno was made. The category is What America Wants. $1,000 if you get it. Hey, you know how some states have a 7% sales tax? Well, suppose your state has a 7% solution instead. Given Sherlock Holmes' habit in the film, what would consumers have to do whenever they bought anything? Snort cocaine, kill the cashier, set the store on fire, or spend their remaining cash on lottery tickets? In the 7% solution, Sherlock Holmes is a cocaine addict, so consumers would have to snort some coke with every purchase. Yeah, so for you folks out there who want to curb your excess spending, keep on buying stuff. You'll OD sooner or later. Have a nice day. Okay.
My
my question for?
Let's see what we got going. Yo, Silver! How does $2,000 sound? Hey, remember how Tonto used to always call the Lone Ranger Kimosabi? If the Lone Ranger's sidekick were replaced by Tonto from the movie Harry and Tonto, what would this Tonto most likely say to get the Lone Ranger's attention? Meow, hurry, vroom, or score? Harry and Tonto is about a guy named Harry and his cat. Look out, Tonto, here come the bad guys.
And put down that yarn.
I need a category. It's a 5! Say hello to, hey, you can't go in there. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Fire up those frontal lobes. Here's the question. If the following movie characters were to enter a men's room, each would most likely use a urinal except whom? Dill from The Crying Game, Josephine from Some Like It Hot, Dorothy Michaels from Tootsie, or Victoria from Victor Victoria? Tootsie. Goodbye. Let's see what a correct answer looks like. Of the four, only Victoria Grant from Victor Victoria is biologically a woman. She shouldn't feel bad, though. The rest of them can't stand with their head against a wall and lift a chair. All right.
She was built like an interstate cloverleaf, made for speed with all the right curves. All I could think of was 6.
Here we have, my God, there are no more stars on it. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Okay, imagine this. Now that Fantasy Island is closed, Tattoo lands a job similar to his old one on the planet Tatooine. What would you most likely hear him yelling to his new boss? Tatooine was Luke Skywalker's home planet in Star Wars, so Tattoo would most likely see an X-Wing fighter coming in for a landing. Of course, he'd have to change his name to R2 Tattoo. Category, please. Let's give a nice warm welcome to Get That Dwarf a Breath Mint! You get this one right and it's $3,000. Hey, even a fair maiden has to be on the lookout for simple chronic halitosis. Because he doesn't receive a farewell kiss in the final scene of Snow White, which one of the 7 dwarves might you assume has a problem with bad breath? Sleepy, Sneezy, Doc, or Dopey? Let me show you what someone smart would have picked. Snow White kisses every dwarf but Sleepy in the final farewell scene, which shows a lot of gall on Snow White's part. I mean, as far as I can tell, she didn't brush her teeth after that death nap she took. Okay, I need a category. Uh-oh, wet suck tit shine floor.
It's time for a
There is no scum.
Your gibberish category for today is urban legends throughout New England. I'm going to open the value of this gibberish question at $5,000. Okay, you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this, but every second and a half, I'm taking away some money. Okay, see if you can tell me what movie title this rhymes with. Pebble Myth, shout a pause, and don't get fooled by the punctuation. First hint, it's a movie that's set in the 50s. It's a movie that's set in the 50s and features troubled teens. Oh, it's gotta be Porky's. Final hint, James Dean is in it. All right, type in your answer. Man, Rebel Without a Cause is one of my favorites. How can you not like a movie with Thurston Howell in it? I need it.
They said it was indestructible. Then disaster struck.
This one's called Sticks and Stones. And you pop a right answer, you got $2,000. Hey, remember the end of the movie Jaws where Roy Scheider's character calls the shark a son of a bitch before blowing it up? Well, if Scheider's character had called the mechanical shark by the nickname given to it by the film's crew instead of a gratuitous swear word, what might he have said? Here, Brucey, I got your lunch right here, killer. Here's how we make tuna salad, Whitey. Or make my day, Mr. Spielberg. The mechanical shark was called Bruce. The real sharks were called Serve. Okay, pick a category. I proudly present Dive! Dive! This one can net you $1,000. Ready? Let's pretend that Olympic diver Greg Louganis is a gremlin from the Gremlin movies, okay? Okay. Because he's a gremlin, which of the following things will not happen to Greg Louganis during his training regimen? He'll double in size if he lifts heavy objects, he'll multiply when he hits the water, he'll turn evil after a midnight snack, or he'll die if he trains in sunlight. Greg won't double in size if he lifts heavy objects. I've been doing that for months, and I'm not seeing any results either. Okay, that's round 1. Take a breath, cause it's time for round 2. Every question in round 2 is worth twice as much, so we got some serious cash at stake here. Let's get to it. And I believe this one's called A Gift for Self-Promotion. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Imagine that your lover is cuffed to the bedposts and is begging you to use the Tingler. If your marital aid works the same way as William Castle's gimmick for the movie The Tingler, what will you do to your partner? Sprinkle your date's back with ice water, drop plastic spiders from the ceiling, spin your date on the hypnotic wheel, or send electric shocks through the mattress. No, that would be the deadly blessing. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say any sex toy with the word dead in its name isn't going to be a huge seller. Let's take a look at the right answer. William Castle had theater owners wire certain seats to deliver mild electric shocks to audience members. But if I were you, I'd keep in mind that all the gimmicks in the world won't make up for a basic lack of technique. I need a category.
Did someone order a 12-inch sausage?
Oh my.
All right, here's the deal. Helping hands and missing fingers. And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. Okay, heads up. Imagine this scenario. To cash in on the trend of notorious folks writing books, Travis Bickle from the movie Taxi Driver has written a little something. Based on the events in Taxi Driver, each of these helpful pieces of advice would appear in Travis Bickle's household hints and etiquette tips, except which? Always get a haircut before a killing spree. Hot date? Try a porn movie. Scumming your streets? Clean up with a 38. Or offended? Just say, I beg your pardon? Come on, it's only the most famous dialogue ever. When I tell you how much you suck, just say, are you talking to me? Then say it again, then say it again, then just keep saying it. Well, what do we have here? Hell on Wheels. And we're talking 2,000 for this baby. Hey, you know that MTV show Road Rules? Well, if the cast of MTV's Road Rules were given instructions to drive toward the second star on the right and straight on till morning, where would their next assignment be? Wonderland, Never Neverland, Brigadoon, or Cleveland? The second star to the right and straight on till morning are directions to Never Neverland and Peter Pan. So the Road Rules kids are off to Never Neverland, which makes sense considering that they never seem to grow up either. Okay, give it up for Speaking in Tongues. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. All right, imagine Meryl Streep has invited you out for dinner. I'm sure you'll have plenty to talk about. Because this dialect helped her win an Oscar for Best Actress, Meryl Streep would be most successful ordering dinner at which type of ethnic restaurant? French, Polish, Australian, or Italian? Meryl Streep won a Best Actress Oscar for her role as a Polish immigrant in Sophie's Choice. And what was Sophie's Choice? Sausage and potato dumplings. All right.
In the deepest reaches of the Congo lies question 15.
Chew on this. But where do we plug in our instruments? You get 4,000 clams for this one. Hey, remember the cartoon Josie and the Pussycats? Well, let's say the latest version of Josie and the Pussycats is set in the Old West. If the newest band member is a Confederate soldier on the run, what would be the best title? Ballad of Little Josie and the Pussycats? What's New Josie and the Pussycats? Outlaw Josie Wales and the Pussycats? Or Faster Josie and the Pussycats Kill? Here's what you should have picked. Clint Eastwood plays a Confederate soldier on the run from bounty hunters in The Outlaw Josie Wales. Man, I'd love to see Eastwood all dressed up in a leopard suit and banging a tambourine. Okay. Hey, all right. Guess what you just picked? It's time to play Dis or Dat. This Dis or Dat's category name is Coming Back At Ya. All right, I'm going to read off 7 items. Oh, I see. You've got this thing down. Well, I'll put 30 seconds on the clock then. Here we go. The Jedi, Return of Revenge of Revoked. The Nerds. A Man Called Horse. The Pink Panther. Martin Gare. The Sakaka 7. One more. The Draft. That's all she wrote. Well, you got 5 right, which is sort of like, you know what I'm saying? Well, let's throw that cash into your total. Just trying to put some food on the table. Let's keep going. I need a... Coming at you, Baggage of the Apes. I'm sending over 4,000 dead presidents if you get this one. Hey, you know how those American Tourister commercials have that gorilla who likes to attack luggage? Suppose the American Tourister gorilla headed to Hollywood and started attacking plot twists about luggage. On which film's plot twist would he most likely wreak havoc? What's up, Doc? The Carpetbaggers, Congo, or moving violations? For the curious, here's the right answer. In What's Up, Doc, there is not 1, but 4 plaid overnight cases that are the impetus for the whole crazy mix-up. And of course, Barbra Streisand plays the girl smack dab in the center of it all. You know, the girl with the fabulous hair, nails, and makeup who has no place to live.
Question 18. Honor student by day, stripper by night.
Let's see what we got going. I'd prefer hell, thanks. 2 G's if you get this one right. Hey, you know how a lot of people believe that when you die, you go to heaven and become an angel? Well, if you died, went to heaven, and became Vangelis instead, what might you receive in lieu of wings and a harp? A full-length documentary about yourself, a date with Kyle MacLachlan, an Original Score Academy Award, or a feminine hygiene product commercial. Vangelis won an Academy Award for his Chariots of Fire score in 1980. Yeah, then the only thing that would suck about heaven is everyone would run around in slow motion. All right, hit me. Now showing the Mild Mild West. You give me a right answer, I give you a quick 4,000. Say there, remember how Gunsmoke and Bonanza both aired at the same time on competing networks battling for ratings? Well, before Gunsmoke and Bonanza, James Arness and Michael Landon both played film monsters. If these two characters battled it out, who would we see in the big monster fight? The Thing versus the Teenage Werewolf, The Thing with Two Heads versus Gog, Trog versus the Teenage Caveman, or Godzilla versus Half-Price? Before their TV careers got underway, James Arness played The Thing and Michael Landon played the title character in I Was a Teenage Werewolf. My God, it's got Little Joe. No, my mistake. It is Little Joe! Okay. For your enjoyment, life is like a... Oh, shut up! Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Okay, admit it, you saw Forrest Gump and you cried. Imagine you go see Forrest Gump again because you know it's such a happening thing to do. Which of these will you hear that happening guy Forrest say? It happens, Gump happens, crap happens, or shoot happens. Bet you wish you'd pick this. Forrest never swears. He just says it happens after almost stepping in doggy-doo and unwittingly inspires millions of bumper stickers nationwide. Aren't tales about dim-witted guys who have much more successful lives than any of us smart people so uplifting? I need a category.
Time for the attack. When you see two words that match, hit your buzzer. Alright, fine. You want to get to the attack? Consider it done. You may need this clue. Follow that vehicle. Okay, put it in overdrive. It's time to motor. Unstoppable, you ruled on that one. Let's check out your final score. That's the game. Wow, you were the best guest we had this whole game. Really? Now do me a favor. Take a quick look to your left, now your right, and repeat after me.
You don't know. Great show, everyone. Very nice work. Raul, what are we doing now, babe?
Moving on up to the high scoreboard. Well, you know what that means. Doesn't mean dookie. We all here are unreservedly unimpressed. If you'd like to play again, just let me know.
Word for hot.
Engorge.
Engorge.
Special sneak preview this Friday at the Fine Arts Library Theater.
Screenwriters, how many times have you heard this from a studio executive? but now I know it's set in pre-colonial Africa, but it needs a die-hard kind of an ending.
Then you spent 2 months reworking your script, only to find out that Marley Matlin is going to play the lead and half the script needs to be rewritten again in American Sign.
You need script morph.
Using simple Boolean logic, you can morph together up to 18 different film elements from a list of over 2,000 movies, characters, and settings.
Script morph.
Barbarella and Anna Karenina hijack a 747 in order to save the Empire from a mechanical cop, set in Woody Allen's Manhattan with lyrics by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
You got it.
With Script Morph, you can give that asinine studio exec a redraft in less than 5 minutes.
Script morph.
Because you don't need to be a brilliant writer, you just need to make money.